are doing a session with Bentley, and he's being a pretty good boy. One of the first things he's been learning to do is what I call attention through relinquishing resources. Why is this important? What has it got to do with his reactivity? Reactivity is about being connected to and paying attention to and attending to things in the environment. We want to teach him to be able to relinquish the environment and defer to you. He needs to be able to let go of things so they're not so stimulating to him. And especially with having kids. So the first thing we want to teach him is that something in your hand is not for him unless you say yes and give it to him. So where I start off is, and you'll start off this way too, is you're going to stand on his leash to prevent him from jumping up in the beginning. So you're going to do this because he's going to try and jump up in the beginning. You're going to show him that you have a piece of food. You're going to put your hand out here. You're going to ignore everything he does, yes, everything he does except look at you. His job is to take his attention off the food, give you eye contact to get the food. Come over here, Benny. Good boy. Yes. Now you've got to be quick. You've got to catch that window. Yes. Now he did a couple of little glances there, and I didn't want to be too quick and just reward the glance, because he knows more, he's beyond that now. In the very beginning, I would have taken every little glance, but now we're beyond that. I want a little bit more sustained attention. Come on, good itch. Yes, good boy. I'm going to change hands. Yes. You'll usually find they have a stronger side, and actually Bentley's stronger side is when I have my left hand out. Yes. Boy. Now I'm not saying look. It's fine to have a cue to say look, but you want him to offer it to you whether you ask for it or not. Yes. The problem with having it only on a cue is that you have to see things before he does in order to give the cue to look. Giving him the cue to look after he's already reacted is too late. You need him to be referring to you automatically. Yes, good boy. Now as we go along, I'm going to try to bring the food closer to his face and have him relinquish it. Because A, it's more difficult, because it's much more easily accessible. And B, because you have little kids who are going to be crawling and walking faster than you know it, you don't want him to think that just because, you know, a sandwich or an ice cream cone or whatever in a toddler's hand is at his face level, that it's his. It's not his unless someone says yes and offers it to him. So from going here with the food, I'm going to try and bring the food closer. Yes. And reward him for leaving it. Yes. My goal is to get this food right down beside his face. Now, if he tries to get it, I'm not going to go, no, bad dog. I'm just going to take it away. What he's going to learn is trying to access it bumps it away. Letting it go brings it to me. Okay? So, trying to grab it makes it go away. It'll never work. Leaving it alone is what makes it come to me. Can you sit, please? Thank you. So I'm going to try and bring it ever so closely down here. And you'll notice I brought my hand away because he came up a little bit. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. So you're very close. You're ready to take it away. Yes. Very nice. Good boy, Bentley. Good boy. Good boy. You notice I went to clap my hands, say good boy, and he came forward a little bit. We're still working on that. He's still got a very high arousal to any kind of clapping, even your hands coming together. So we are working on, let me just grab another treat here. Good boy, Ben. Good boy. So, again, I don't want him to have the opportunity to get all the way up, so we're just taking it away by putting our foot on the leash. So where I'm going to start with the clapping is, you never want to test him at the point where he's going to become aroused. Because if he gets aroused and he fails, now that's been reinforced. So you always have to manage his environment so that it never happens. And if that means that you never clap over his head, then you never clap over his head. you can live without hopping over his head. So you don't want to test him too hard. So we're going to start at his pace, where he's comfortable. And you'll note I'm standing on the leash so he can't come up. I'm just going to take my hands, I'm going to slowly bring them together. I'm going to say yes and give him a treat because he sat still. Good boy, Ben. Good boy. My hands are here. Slowly bring them together. Yes. Now I can tell that he's slightly aroused by this because I can see that he's trembling a little bit. He's like, oh, something's happening. For whatever reason, from his background, I don't know, you don't know. It probably doesn't really matter as far as us knowing is concerned, but something about hands and triggering and grabbing pushes him over the top. So we start very slowly. Good boy. 2. And he barks. See that? He's not going to get a treat for that. I'm not going to punish him for it, but I'm not going to give him a treat for that. That 2 movements of hand coming together was arousal. So we're going to take it back a notch. Good boy, Bentley. Let's do an attention. Yes. Because again, even with the clapping, it's about taking his attention off the movement and calming himself, self-calming. Good boy. So we'll do another attention just to get him back on. Yes. Get him back on the page. Good boy. And then we're going to go, yes. Oops, sorry, bud. Sit. Okay. Sit. Thank you. Yes. So I said yes before he barked, so I still had to give him the treat because he was actually good before the bark. So we're trying to get rid of that bark though. Yes. So what I did there was I didn't bring my hands all the way together.